Hi everyone, my name is Carly and welcome to Yoga for Athletes for W.O.W Tampa, sponsored by T-Mobile and presented by Mind Body Social. My name is Carley Siedlecki and I hail from the Body Electric Yoga Studio there in St. Petersburg, Tampa Bay. I love my home. But today we are going to go ahead and do a couple things. We are here in historic downtown Venice, and we are going to do some mobility and some strength training, mainly mobility because it is yoga, for any athletic activity that you're doing. And also, but first, we really need to focus on one important thing. We need to register for a chance to win some gift cards and some really awesome prizes and treats and toys, courtesy of T-Mobile. It takes about 60 seconds. We're going to do it together. So grab your phone, find your phone, open the camera, and scan this QR code here on the screen. You can also go to wowmbs.com/Tampa and pause the video if you have to. I'll be here and ready to begin when you are. So let's begin right here. Just seated. If you want to start standing or you want to lay down, that's just fine. But find somewhere comfortable where you can just close your eyes and just be present. There's nowhere you need to go, nothing you need to do. Focus on the right here, right now, with eyes closed. Notice your breath. Notice your space. Feel that expansion of your rib cage when you breathe in, and that release when you breathe out. Let it be natural. Just let your breath flow. And whatever convinced you to roll out a mat, to find room here to move, just keep it in mind. Whether you're here for length, for strength, for balance, whatever it is, be here with it. You can open your eyes. Place one hand on your chest. And take one big breath. Take a big inhale in. And just let it go. Let that breath become natural again. You can unbind your legs, or if you're laying down, lift up to seated. You can shake out your legs a little bit. And start to shift forward to your hands and knees. In yoga, we call this cat and cow. It's hands right underneath your shoulders. Arching your back, lifting your chin, breathe in. And on your exhale, round your spine. Here, just inhaling as you lift. Exhale as you round. And you can make this natural, maybe making circles with your hips. But noticing where you're in extension and when you're in flexion. And then find a neutral spine between the two. So like a flat back. You can tuck your toes under. And step your feet back to a high plank. Hold this high plank. See what wakes up in your body. See what you notice right here. What wakes up? Your legs, your shoulders, Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, push your booty back. It's like a downward facing dog. Inhale as you lean forward. And then exhale as you reach back. Do this a couple times. Inhale as you lean. Exhale as you reach. Let's do one more time together. Lean forward to your high plank. And then press back to that downward dog. Feet are about hips distance apart. See if you can find some space for your shoulders. Look back towards your toes. Walk your hands back for a ragdoll. So now if your hamstrings, if your legs are feeling really tight, go ahead and soften like the bend. Bend your knees. Grab opposite bicep. Sway side to side. Notice where your balance is. Just release your hands down. Take a big inhale. Big exhale. And roll up to standing. Reach your arms out and up overhead. Big stretch up towards the sky. Up towards the sky. Or ceiling, depending on where you are. Little micro back bend. Fold down to the ground. And then walk your hands back to the front of your mat. Hold this high plank. Take your right foot, place it to the outside of your mat. Now, if your foot's back here, grab it and literally bring it forward. This is a really good stretch for us. So you can be here and just enjoy the stretch as long as you want. Or you can make it a little bit dynamic. Go ahead and step back and then switch sides. Help it up there if you need to. Make it come forward. And switch. You have about 30 seconds to play with this motion. Reaching forward as much as you can, and then reaching back. Moving side to side. And honestly, you can do this like super fast. You can make it like a super big motion, or you can go ahead and just make it like a nice little hold, but not too long. We're gonna go ahead and stay here not too long. Because again, dynamic stretches will help us at the beginning of any exercise we do. Give it about 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2. Hold your high plank. Stay right here in a high push-up position. Take a big breath in, and then lower down towards your mat as slowly as you want to go. Keep your hands close. Lift up for a cobra. So that's extension of your spine. We'll do that a couple of times. You can lower down. Lift up when you can. And then lower back. More times. Again, just finding space. Imagine like I'm behind you, like opening your shoulders. Right? Keep that open. One more time. One more time. And then press back to a downward facing dog. You can pedal your feet one at a time. Feel that stretch in your calves. You can lift both heels if you wanted to. And down. Look forward between your hands. Step your feet forward. Hands to your shins. Get like a flat back. So be shins or your thighs. Just make sure it's a long spine. And then fold down to the ground. Rise up towards standing. Reach your arms out and up overhead. Place your hands behind your head. Get a little micro back bend. Make it an extension. And then fold down to the ground. Plant your hands as best as you can. High to low push up again. Push up again. Lean forward. Go down towards the ground. Lift up for a cobra. And then downward facing dog. Think of it like as a yoga burpee. I know it's terrible. I don't like to throw the B word around a lot. But here we go. Here's a burpee. Bend your knees, look forward. Step or jump forward. Breathe in a flat back. And then fold. Rise up towards standing. It's also called sun salutations in yoga. Hands to heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling or towards the sky. Fold down to the ground. Plant your hands, step or jump back to your high plank. Take a big breath in. Lower down towards your belly. Lift up for a cobra. And then downward facing dog. Press back. All right, this is where it starts to get interesting. Take your right foot straight back. Get a long body. Think about pushing from your fingertips to that back leg. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Roll it forward. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. This time as you reach back, prepare. Because you're going to step that foot forward between your hands. Reach up for a Crescent Warrior. So Crescent Warrior for us is your back heel is up off the ground. Reach your arms up. And just pause right here. Back leg is straight. Front knee is bent. Sink really low. Arms up. Good. And hands towards heart center. Open your shoulders like goalpost arms. Call them goalpost arms because it's like 90 degrees. Like, huh. Good. Bring your hands together. And then bring them open. Don't move your legs at all. You stay in that fire. Bring them together. And bring them open. 4 more. 4. Think of it like a standing chest press. Bringing them in. Like if you had weights at home, like I would grab weights. You could. 2 more. Last one. Bring your hands together. Bring them open. Hold. Sink a little deeper. Maybe reach your arms up this time. Little micro back bend. And then hands go down. Step your foot back. Your high plank position. But we're not out of this position yet. Take your right foot through your body. Left arm goes up if you can. This is like bonus material right here. Here in that fallen triangle position. See if you can lean over your hand. Find some space. Find some balance. Stay here 1 more breath. And then set your hand down. Switch sides. Ooh, I actually got a little winded. Hold your high plank. Switch sides, left foot through your body. Again, you could really stay right here. Or open your arm. Find some space. Take a risk. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? That's it. That's literally the worst part. Not a big deal. Come back in when you can. 1 more breath. Hands go down, step back. Vinyasa through, high to low push-up. Lift up for your Cobra, get extension. Downward facing dog, press back. Let's do the other side. Reach your left leg straight back. So long body, think about really reaching from fingertips to your toes. Inhale, exhale, knee to nose. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, set your foot forward between your hands. That Crescent Warrior, arms go up. Holding right here. Check in. As a runner, like this is something I consider as like hip position. I want a hip flexor stretch. So I'm getting a little stretch right here while making it strong in my leg. So it's both. You get both aspects. And on top of that, I'm balancing. I love it. Oh my gosh. Hold right here. Bring your hands down by heart center. 6 times. Reach your arms out. And then bring them in. Out. And in. Keep going. Keep that back leg straight. That's the hardest part for me personally. 2 more. Out. And in. Last one. And as you bring your hands back to center, reach your arms up so you can get a little bit of length. Find space. Maybe a little micro back bend if it feels safe. 1 more breath. And then hands go down. Let's do a little different on this side. You can do fallen triangle or lean over to one side in a side plank. If you need to drop a knee, you can. But make it your side plank. And again, for me at least, finding space is key. Where can I find length, even when it's tough? That's in a lot of our running, a lot of our sports. Where can you find the ease, even when it's tough? Place your hand down, just switch sides. Side plank, other side. Find a long body. Stay here 1 more breath. Place your hands down. High to low push-up. Go down towards your belly. Lift up for a Cobra. Shoulders back. And then downward facing dog. Reach your right leg straight back behind you. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Do it again. Reach back. And this time set it forward between your hands. So we're here in like a runner's lunge. Here. All right? So let's see what we can do to play with your front leg. Straighten your front leg as much as you can. It might be here. That's fine. Then bend. Straighten. And then bend. Do it a couple times. Straightening. And bending back in. 2 more. This next time, when you lean forward, pause. Go for a twist. Right arm goes towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Find a long body. If you have a bind, you can take it. But again, find space where you can. Super important. Hands go down. Warrior 2, open up to the side. Right here. Notice how your knee tracks over your toes. Think about pushing into your pinky toes. I know it sounds weird, but it keeps you from doing this. You want to keep it open. Reach and recline back. Lean forward for extended side angle. So like elbow to thigh, arm up overhead. Do that a couple times. Lean back. And lean forward. Once more, if you can. Reach back. And reach forward. Stay here for a breath or so. Or, 20 breaths, whatever you need to do here. Notice that space. Lift back up to Warrior 2. And then straighten your front leg. Place your hand on your thigh. Give it some love, because that was a lot of work. We'll stay right here. You can notice that long distance. Bring your back foot up a little bit. Arms out to the side. Reach forward. And lean forward to your triangle pose. So something I've learned throughout the years is if this doesn't feel quite right, it's supposed to be a lateral bend. Maybe bring your hand up a little bit. You'll find some space. It's a good one to do. Stay here. Take a big inhale and big exhale. Lift up towards standing. Turn your toes for a wide-legged forward fold. So hands to your lower back. Lean back, get an extension. And then fold down to the ground. So here, there's so much we can do. I like the wide-legged forward fold. But if you want to walk your hands from side to side, that's a good one to do for now, because we'll be back here later anyways. You can sway side to side. Or if you're pretty comfortable in yoga and you want to stand on your head, I suppose this is the opportunity to do so. Or just stay. Breathe in a flat back. And then fold. Hands to your lower back, lift up towards standing. If your feet are really wide, toe heel your feet a little closer. Turn your right foot forward. We have one big balance here. We're moving towards half moon. Take your hand down towards the ground. It's like the beginning of a cartwheel. And then reach your leg up. So many variations we can do here. Otherwise, just pause. And then, God forbid, you have to set your foot down. You just redo it. It's fine. This is your time. This is your space to explore. So stay here one more breath. Then you can bring your feet together. Lift on up towards standing. Get a little micro back bend. Hands down by heart center. And just shake it out. Let it go. We are here. We are here right now together. Let's do this. We have the other side. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Reach your arms up overhead. And then fold forward down to the ground. Plant your hands, step or jump your feet back. Let's do something similar to before. You can go into your side plank or get that fallen triangle. Really reach. Come back to center and maybe one full push-up. If you need to drop to your knees, you can, but one full push-up. Go for the other side. And then bring your hands back down. Downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. So from here, left leg straight back. Knee to nose, maybe pause for a moment before reaching back again. And then setting forward between your hands. Help it up there. Make sure you're right up front. So again, really grab and push. And this runner's lunge. Straighten your front leg as much as you can. And then bend back in. Couple times. Straightening. And bending. I kind of zone out in this one because it feels so good. I ran only like 5 miles yesterday, but it was like, it's a little much. So getting some space, this kind of stretch changes day to day. So depending on what you're doing, this will change, and that's a beautiful thing. Hand down, go for a twist. This could be good. So I swear, like a beautiful thing, I mean it. It's like, I love what we put our bodies through. Like I love the challenge. And yoga's a great way to find more, to like find a little more space, to find a little bit more so that you can challenge yourself even harder next time. Stay here, one more breath. And then set your foot down. Warrior 2, open up to the side. And again, adjust your feet as you need to. And let's move, lean back. And then lean forward. Keep going, lean back. And lean forward. Let's do one more, okay? Lean back. An extended side angle. Where is the fire? Where is it easy? Stay here, one more breath. And then look back up to your warrior 2. Straighten your front leg. Turn your toes sideways. And I don't really feel like showing you my butt, so I'm going to turn sideways. This way. But you're going to go this way. And fold. So again, now you're in your wide-legged forward fold. So here. But let's switch it up a little bit. So on this one, you're going to bend over to one side. Like we call it Skandasana. Bending into the side. Think of it like side lunges. But let's make it juicy. And what I mean by juicy is you're just really staying in the stretch as you shift side to side. Let it be a stretch, not just A to B, but everything in between. And as always, just notice your breath. Be present in this moment. One side might feel a little sticky or feel a little bit tighter than the other. Maybe you should stay there for an extra moment. See what you need here to get a little bit more into the stretch. And then straighten both your legs for that wide-legged forward fold. This side might feel a little different. Maybe you can get a little bit more. Hands to your lower back, lift up towards standing. Turn your front foot forward. So I'm just flipping because I need to flip. So left foot's probably facing forward, arms out. Let's go for triangle pose first. I know it's a little bit different than the other side, but we're going to be just fine. Reach forward and get your triangle pose. So that's straight legs, lateral bend. This side, we're going into half moon a little bit differently, and that's on purpose. Because we can. Bend your front leg. Fingertips go down, lift up. Find space where you can. Even here, like for me, I focus on my toes. I don't want to hold any tension there. They already go through enough with all the walking and running. Stay here, one more breath. And when you are ready, bring your feet together. Roll up towards standing. Bring your shoulders up by your ears and just let it go. If you need a sip of water, this is like the time that I would take one. Or if you need like just to shake it out, let it go. I mean, this is yours. This is your time to move, to play. Feet about hip distance apart. Tadasana, your mountain pose, palms facing forward. Be strong in this moment. You can close your eyes if you like. Just focus on your breath. If you're in downtown historic Venice like I am, I'm just like this breeze. I can hear the water. The sunshine is just like to die for. It's so lovely. Enjoy your space wherever you are. Take one big breath. And then let's keep moving. Reach your arms up overhead. You're gonna stretch up towards the sky. You can get a little side bend this time. Side bend to the other side. Hands to your lower back. Get a little micro back bend. And then fold forward, down towards the ground. Plant your hands. Step or jump your feet back, but we're going to hold that high plank. Right foot, all right? So they come out to the side. We did this earlier, but we're going to do a little different. You set your back knee down. Maybe your hand goes to your knee and get a little extension. If you're super bendy, you can bend your back leg and grab on. But again, this is all bonus material. We're really looking for the hip stretch. Stay here one more breath. Or 5, it's really up to you. Setting your foot down. Hands go down, step your feet back to that high plank and just switch sides. Back knee goes down. Get your little hip stretch. I like the back bend here. You can really lean back into it, as well as working into your hips. Take one more breath here. And then hands go down, step your feet back. How slowly can you move down to your mat, lowering down towards your belly? And relax. If you have a towel, maybe use that for your face. And from right here, we're gonna go into a little bit of a twist, as well as to open your shoulders. So take your right hand out to the side, bend your left knee in, and open up. So we're trying to get into the front of your shoulders. You can relax your head if it's in your practice, or stay right here. Take one more breath. And then come back to center when you can. Back here. Other side, take your left hand out to the side. Bend your right knee and push over. And again, you can relax your head if it's there in your practice. One more big breath. And then come back to center. Lift up for a Sphynx pose. If I had one exercise or one asana, one position in yoga for athletes in general, this might be it. I know it's really simple and easy, but it's like you could literally be like typing on your computer. But I just love the extension and the shoulder relaxation here. Do what you can. There's also positions you can do here. You can get a quad stretch, bend one knee, grab onto your foot. Get a quad stretch. Try to keep your hip down as you pull in. Oh, and bonus material if you can massage your foot. You deserve all the foot massages, promise. When's the last time you got a foot massage? I'm like completely serious. This is like something I want in my life. Like this is the moment to do it. I mean like any moment, but this is what I got. Switch sides. Back to center first, and then bend your leg, grab onto your foot. You can stay up nice and tall, or if this is too much, just lower down. Take the back bend out of it, but get the quad stretch, and maybe the foot massage. Lift back up to your Sphynx pose. Honestly, you can stay here all day. I love it. Spread your fingers, straighten your elbows as much as you can. Get an extension. lower, down to the ground. Hands right by your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Press back to a downward facing dog. Notice the stretch here. We've done these before, but what has changed? Maybe it feels the same. Maybe it feels a little different. Take your right hand underneath your body. Grab onto your left leg. Like you're making an A. You're looking under your armpit. Come back to center. And switch sides. Left hand to your left or your right leg. And again, you're looking under your armpit. So I know this is like a terrible joke, but like this is also a great opportunity to notice that you like put deodorant on. Yes, okay. Stay here, one more breath. And then come back to center. Go back to your downward dog. Can you reach your right leg back? Bend your knee, open your hips. This time you can sway your knee, like move it in circles. This could be enough. Or if you want to flip over for a wild thing, you can. So for here, finding some extension. Stay here, one more breath. Carefully unflip. And then we have half pigeon. Your right knee towards your right wrist and sink low. So something to consider is this half pigeon. We can stay right here, but sometimes with all the work that we do, knee, ankle, doesn't feel so good. So if you want to change it, you can flip over to do figure 4. It's pretty much the same thing. We're just trying to get a hip stretch. For me in this moment, I want to stay in my half pigeon. So pause right here. See what you can feel. Move your hips around a little bit. It doesn't have to be like a really big movement. Slight adjusts to see where the work is and where is the ease. Where does it feel good and where is it tough? You can lower down. Breathe. It's another good time to just rest. Stay here, one more breath. And then bring your hands right by your shoulders, lift your higher shoulders, lift your heart, lift your head. Step your foot back. Downward dog. Let's do the other side. Reach your left leg straight back. Bend your knee, open. Maybe flip over for a wild thing. As you just follow that leg to lift up in a back bend. A little bit of a hip extension. And breathe. You know, fix your hair. See what feels good. Feel what's tough as well. Stay here, one more breath. Carefully unflip. Half pigeon. Left knee towards your left wrist. And then again, this is the time that you can lay on your back for figure 4. Or stay right here. You can stay nice and tall. There's a couple of variations to get a little bit of a stretch more. Or just lower down towards your mat and breathe. And again, subtle movements. It doesn't have to be like a big visual, but just notice where you can find a little bit more of a stretch, where you can find just a little bit more work. Be here. I have a little bit more work for you. Are you ready? We're not quite done. Yes, we can. We can do this. Place your hands down, lift your heart, lift your head, tuck your toes, step your feet back. One elbow at a time, go down to your forearm plank. Who doesn't love a good forearm plank? You can just hold right here. You can add some movement, or just stay. And just be here. Relax where you can, like your hands. Relax your fingers. Relax your face. Relax your mind. You don't need that tension in your life. You hold here. Trust your body to be here in this space. Stay here, one more big inhale. One more big exhale. Maybe one extra, big inhale. Big exhale. Then lower down towards that Sphynx pose. Here, spread your fingers, melt your palms, straighten your elbows. And then lower down. Hands by your shoulders, lift on up to a downward dog. Look forward between your hands, step or jump forward and have a seat. Stay right here in a seated position. Again, if you need any water or anything, please take some. I think I'm going to. Bottoms of your feet together, knees wide. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. Like a little butterfly. And again, foot massage time. It's like the perfect place to be. Let's do a forward fold. Fold over your legs. I like to think elbows over shins for that fold. You can breathe in a flat back, lifting your chest, and then fold just a little bit deeper. Use this as leverage to pull your heart down rather than your head. And then lift on up. Keep one leg in. I'm going to keep my left leg in. Right leg's going out to the side. It's like a seated tree pose. Look towards your straight leg. Square off. Fold over your leg first. And just breathe. Sometimes these stretches aren't about finding like the maximum pliability. Be gentle. Like just to the point of tension. It's a good place to be. You can breathe in a little bit. Big exhale. Side bend. Stay here, one big breath. Come back up towards center, and let's just switch sides. So other leg goes out, other leg comes in. And again, let's do the same sort of thing where you fold over your leg first. Take a big inhale, big exhale. And then go for the side bend, over to the side. Find space where you can. Lift back up towards seated. Let's do a little bit of core before we relax. So turn towards the front of your mat. Here. Boat pose. So grab onto your feet so you're kind of resting on your hips. Feet up, knees in, shoulders back. And then let go. And hold. Maybe, if it's in your practice, you have straight legs. But for me today, I'm like, this is good enough. I'm happy. Palms up. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale your hands back down. Go 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Find the challenge. Inhale, lift. This time, low boat. So we were in boat pose, now we're going to low boat. So your feet go out. Shoulders back, shoulder blades off the ground, and just hold. Hold, 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 hold. Smile, it helps. I'm so happy. Stay here, like, I don't know, like 20 breaths. I'm lying, like, come on, we got like 5, 4, 3, 2, your feet. See if you can find some balance. Kick your feet into your hands as much as you can. This could be here today. Or I want you to extend all the way up. Shoulders back, chest lifted. Or feet together, you know, this is also there for you. Very many options that work. My favorite part, let go. Stay here. Reach your arms up for 3, 2, 1. Rock down the length of your mat. Get a little space, a little pliability for your back. Supta Baddha Konasana. Palms of your feet together, knees wide, shimmy your shoulders down, and just chill. Know where you need to go. Nothing you need to do. Just be. Be here in your space. Indulge. Notice your breath. Place outside to your knees, bring your knees together. So feet down flat, and see if you can go into a bridge or full wheel if you're familiar. But press through your heels, lift your hips as high as you can, and stay right here in that bridge pose. So keeping your hips nice and high. Literally push into your heels and lift your hips even more if you can. Push, push, push. Lift, lift, lift. Keep your head facing up. Push more. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1.5, 1. Lower down. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Right knee bent in. Left leg straight. Go for a twist. And twist here. Relax your head and shoulders. Think about your shoulders coming down more than that knee. It's a thoracic twist. Feels good just to like melt into it. And then come back to center and let's just switch sides. Bend your left knee and right leg goes straight out. Go for a twist. Again, shoulder coming down more is more important than thinking about that knee coming down. Stay here for one big breath. And then come back to center. This is the moment where I'm like, in our normal classes, like if there's something we didn't do that you need, take the time to do it. Otherwise, let's go to Shavasana together. It's corpse pose. Literally mandatory adult nap time. That's what I like to call it. Your feet are wide, arms are wide, shimmy your shoulders down. Relax. I need this for you. Stay here like a minute. And just be. Wherever you are. For me, I'm like under this gorgeous gazebo. I hear birds, I hear water. It's sunny. Try to stay with your breath. Stay present. And at least for me, if you're taking this class outside, this might be a good chance just to like relax. Share gratitude for where we are. Dude, I'm in Florida. You know how lucky I feel? Sharing gratitude for home. Sharing gratitude for family. Sharing gratitude for finding a physical activity. Even here, even now, let's take one big breath. Big exhale. You can hug your knees in towards your chest. You can sway side to side a couple times if it feels good. But start to make your way up towards a seated position. Find a seated position here on your mat, at home, wherever you are. I like to think about palms facing up. And again, just, it's you and me. Take a moment to share gratitude for like that one special thing. Gratitude for finding a movement practice, for doing some self-care through finding a challenge today and every day. Let's end our practice with one big breath. Let all the air out of your lungs. Take a big inhale in. And just let it go. Hands at heart center or up by your forehead, folding forward. Namaste. And thank you. Thank you for being here with me. Again, my name is Carley Siedlecki. I'm from Body Electric. Thank you, W.O.W. Tampa. Thank you, Team Mobile. Hope you win something. And thank you, Mind Body Social, for making this possible. I hope to see you here in Tampa Bay. I hope to see you here in Venice. And we'll talk soon.